doing the street soccer program with us, with Martin and with Alex. And I kind of wanted to just get your feedback on the program. I know you've had a good experience. So I guess just introduce yourself a little bit and then let us know maybe what are some of the things you saw with Martin specifically that he was kind of struggling with beforehand and afterwards what you've seen.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Fernando. So I'm Miguel, and I have two boys that are playing soccer right now for our town teams, travel teams, and one is the older boy he's 13 now, and the younger boy is 11. And they both play pretty well, but they have a lot of upside, a lot of room for improvement, which is why I've been sort of interested in having them do some of the programs that you offer, Fernando. And it's just specifically with respect to Martin, and I think this happens a lot and probably in lots of teams. In fact, I've heard about other situations like this recently in the past few days even. Martin, my older son that is 13, I think he's a good player, and he's got a lot of potential. But his team was reconstituted last summer. The town team had two teams playing in his age group, and both teams were equally weighted, and so they reconstituted both teams and made a true A team and a true B team. And so with that came, I think, more pressure, and his team is chock full of just really good athletes. Very, very athletic kids, and the new team that he got on, the A team, really sort of rocketed up the league divisions even. So they moved from the original team was in Division 2. They moved to Division 1. They won Division 1, and now they're ranked first and champions in the Long Island Junior Division or League. And so there's a lot of pressure, and there are lots of just really good athletes, and so. They've been sort of critical and putting a lot of pressure on Martin and not very nice and not very kind when they're in game situations and in practice. So I'd say a little bit of just lots of unnecessary criticism from his peers and some I don't want to say like outright bullying, but a little bit of kind of bullying type behavior. And so it really, I saw last fall, Martin's performance just kept declining on this new team. And I was, as a parent, I was very upset about it, and very unhappy and not really sure how to help him, how to address it. And so, one of the opportunities was, this program and some of the other programs that you and I have been talking about. And so it all kind of came to a head right as open play was starting. And, a friend of mine talked to him, and he had I think it was maybe the second game of the season. He had a really tough game. He did pretty well in the first half, and in the second half, really struggled as some of his teammates started kind of yapping at him and criticizing his play. So after that, we started going regularly to the open play. And I just started telling him this, you just have to have more confidence and just believe in your own ability and just play with confidence and tune out, that kind of noise. And so I think just a combination of just changing a little bit, the way he thinks, and then being able to really put into effect during these sessions, just, less pressure and, actually, I think a higher level of soccer. The kids that I've seen at the open plays, I think, are just really amazing with the ball. Have just excellent soccer skills, much higher than I think what you would get at our town travel level. So he's been playing against the best competition, I think, in the area, and that's helping him get that confidence back. So now what I've seen ever since we started going and really talking about this idea of having confidence, he's been lights out, and he just decided to kind of, I think, change and like leave it all on the field at the open plays. And that's just helping him just play. It's just like a different player. So now, before he wasn't impacting his team games at all. And now his impact is really incredible. And he's just, he's not scoring goals, but he's making assists. He's setting up, he's really setting up. He's got like vision. And so he's helping to set up, the counterattack. Because they're playing him a lot in center midfield. So he's either, getting an assist, by I like to call it a through ball. Or he's like got, one excellent pass that leads to, another pass that leads to the goal. So it's like and it's also his ability with the ball now. It's really like he was struggling before this to just have the confidence just to dribble the ball by himself. So he would pass immediately. And I'm like, Martin, what are you doing? Like, you used to be really good with the ball. Why are you always passing? Just take the ball yourself.
Right.
And with open play and just getting that, those touches with these other kids and having to like defend against them, having to try to like, 1-versus-1 against them, giving him that confidence to do that in his games. And his ball skills are really strong vis-a-vis, his opponents in the game. So the coaches have noticed it, all the parents have noticed it, and everybody's like, wow, Martin's just playing so well. And now they're starting to like put him in backup as a defensive player. Like when they run out of defensive substitutes, and they trust him enough to also play defense. So he's really earned the trust of the coaches. So it's had a huge impact.
That's awesome. That's really great to hear. I love that feedback. Martin's been awesome at the street sessions. He's really opened up. I've seen him take on players more often. It's been really good to see. That's good to hear. Okay, and so I guess why would you kind of recommend, even if it's not just our training programs, maybe like you're currently doing the street soccer or the open play program, why would you kind of recommend that maybe to other families in the area?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the way you have talked about this program is something that I think is absolutely true. Like Neymar didn't learn, he probably didn't go to an academy. I think he learned on the street,
right?
How to play soccer, and so I think that it's all about getting as many touches as possible, playing as much as possible, and if you sort of have the natural interest, that ability starts to develop, I think, if you're naturally interested in it, so this is a perfect situation, especially in today's environment when kids aren't spending as much time outdoors on their own. They've got some temptations, in terms of video games and to not exert themselves and get out. They're not bored enough to get them out and just to like keep practicing on their own. And so this is a good environment to it's a good new context to get them out there, to get them practicing, to get them playing, and giving them opportunities with less pressure to practice, their 1v1s and ball skills and things like that in a competitive context. And also, I said it before, but like I think the quality is phenomenal of the Tiempo Academy students, that are also participating. So you can't beat that experience, I think, and play against really top quality athletes.